All right. And the build-up, and we're live. Mongols, Falcons, map 1 of this series at ESL Pro League Season 19.
And here we are. We're right into it. That was nice.
That actually was good. That was a good build-up. That was a good one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We need more people to write in with music choices.
All right. Well, we're gearing up for a B hits from the Mongols. 4 players on that side of the map. Lurker and Palace, 1 in middle. Let me ask you a question. You're German playing for M80, which is kind of considered American team. What's that like?
It's amazing.
Okay, yeah.
I mean, obviously, what goes into it is a lot of traveling. But if you don't mind that, which is what I love, I think it's only positive. I get to see.
Do you spend most of your time in the States?
So before I got my visa, I went a lot to Canada.
Okay.
Went to Toronto, which was super nice.
Nice
And
city.
Canada is good.
Canada's cool.
I was in Atlanta staying at my coach's place.
All right.
And 2 weeks after, in 2 weeks, I'm going to be going to Austin, Texas, where they have like the M80 base.
Sweet.
So, yeah.
Get out to 6th Street, see the sights.
I mean, it's good.
All right.
I want to be around.
This is sick, man. World traveler slacks, bro. I'm all for it.
All right, well, opening kill, and now into the bomb site we go. This is a nice little pinch from Mongols, actually. This is well-timed.
Yeah, the Mongols, they've been cooking. They've been cooking, bro. They've been in the kitchen, and look at this for a pistol round, man. Mazzinho's just destroyed them, and, well, that's about as dominant as it gets. I think this is the season for the Mongols, man.
I mean, they've been playing really good Counter-Strike. You know, they're always seen as somebody who is just shooting hard, but if you look at their games and some of their plays, like, they're just playing good Counter-Strike, I think, and they're putting in the work, you know, like, as a regional team, sometimes regional teams, they play a little bit weird way of Counter-Strike, but I think they're just playing, I don't know, like, Europe meta Counter-Strike, and they're pretty good.
They do a good job. They have some really nice timings on peeking off of each other and, like, trapping their opponents.
I'm actually really glad to hear Slack say that, because one of the things that we've always said about the Mongols is it feels like they have a more European-centric style of play, and so to have that echoed by someone who might even get to play up against them in this group, that's a damn good feeling to have.
Well, it's funny, like, on their rise, Mongols was practicing, like, in FPL, right? Like, they were just 5-stacking as the Mongols against, like, random 5 Faceit players.
I played them. I played them in Faceit. It was CSGO when I played them, and we lost 14-16.
Sure.
But that's a respectable scoreline for me.
That's very respectable.
For me.
They are really good, man.
And they're playing from Mongolia as well, so they're on like 150 ping, so maybe I should have beat them. But,
yeah, you don't have to bring that up. You could have ended it at the right place.
Oh, all right. Bit of a skirmish up against the Force.
Now, conversely, after all the positive things we've said about the Mongols, is the Falcons. Not a whole lot positive to say about them recently. This project hasn't yet gotten off the ground.
Yeah, they got a new player now, so they can make up for it. You know, it's their first tournament, so they also have a little bit of the... You know, they can say we have a new player, so it's a little bit less expectations and maybe also a little bit less pressure, what they used to have a lot of, especially in their old lineup. So.
What do you think about the addition of Dupree? Like, this team feels like when they were looking for an extra player after the departure of Boros, like, it did feel like they were missing some firepower, some punch, some kind of like a big star player on this team. And Snappy's given his interview and said there's a world where we can do this by committee. I mean, what do you think about how this team is kind of geared and structured?
Yeah, so if you think about what player they needed, you know, they're looking for this one big star rifler, you know, somebody who plays Con Mirage and does all like the donk work, you know.
Yeah.
And they're
that's a good way to phrase it, yeah.
And I don't think that Dupree initially was this kind of player when he left Vitality. But when he went to Prezi, he kind of became like, he kind of found himself new again, and he became like a playmaker and like tried to show the world, yo, I'm still here and like I'm shooting. And I think he did that pretty good. And I mean, he just did it again in this round. So I guess it's good. And he obviously has all the experience and everything.
Yeah, and obviously it's a little bit of a comfort pickup as well for someone like Magis, someone like Zonic as well, someone like Lars behind the scenes. Obviously, have worked with Dupree plenty.
Yeah, and I mean, they know him, so if they pick him up, they know what they're doing, I guess.
Yeah, there's a reason.
Well, I hope we get to see him firing on all cylinders. If that last round's anything to go by, You know, if Dupree can get us all buying into the Dupree star power, I am so here for it.
There's always something like eternally exciting to me about like the really old school players. Like Dupree's been around forever. He's been at every major except for obviously Copenhagen, which he missed out on. But like the reinvention that you have to go through to keep your career this long tenured is so crazy. So if Dupree can pull this off, I'm all for it. I'm all for sure.
I think what's also super nice if people, you see them suddenly playing different and it works for them. Like they really do change something and try to play different and like play different, like more modern style. I think it's super nice.
We got Madden playing the donk positions, the donk style.
All right, Senzu, he's kind of the wonder child of the Mongols. And he's going to show us why. Look at that, bro. Straight over the stairs. And then with the backstab, Senzu's on a tear. I hope that because when you look at like Senzu and how he plays within his region, he's so good. And then whenever we've seen him on international stages, I think you get glimmers of it, but it hasn't been super consistent, right? He's about to get an ace here in this round. So hopefully that means that Senzu is feeling very adjusted to the international feel. Backstabbing for Dupree. It's a clash of the Titans here with Senzu ready and waiting. That is an ace from Senzu. All 5 in the round. He gets it done solo.
That's actually disgusting. Really well done from Senzu. That's a converted 4v5 as well for the Mongols. They lost the first player in this round and still bring it back. Look at this shooting.
Yeah, we got a crazy game already. Like all those rounds are so close. So the CTs, they kind of want to buy every round because, you know, as soon as you win one round, you basically get another round for free.
Yeah.
And you also see a little bit of a scrappy buy on the T side as well.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Falcons are just also thinking, man, if it doesn't work out and we fully invest in this round, then the half just gets completely out of control. So they've gone a little bit conservative, but there is enough to make this work if they can get people in the right position. So Snappy's going to start getting frisky over in the B halls, and Mongol's going to rotate all the way back to A.
Yeah, Snappy on Mirage, he's really annoying to play against because he will push B many times. So if you don't, like if he realizes that you play a lot of heavy mid or towards A, he will push all the time.
Take some liberties.
Yeah, it's really annoying to play against.
See, this is all the light prep work that's been done for this group. Coming in so clutch in the cast, I love it. I mean, even now, right, you talk about it, there it is. Snappy is getting aggressive over towards B. Now, Falcons, they will react to this and start to pull bodies back over towards the A site, but they've already lost so much control that there shouldn't really be a hope in hell for them here.
They started like shifting towards the B bomb site in case Snappy went down on that push. They could be there really, really quickly and kind of catch Mongols in a bit of a trap. And obviously that didn't pan out well when Mongols makes the right call to readjust to A. Just a blind call, but worked perfectly.
I think it's like a heroic-esque play you kind of do. You can do it on a lot of maps. It's like if you want to take a risk somewhere, you're just going to put some people there. So in case you push and there's like many people and you die, you know, you just have a backup at the side. And once you get the info, you can shift over.
You can send everyone over. You can almost over-rotate it.
Yeah, but this time they were just a little bit too late.
When we were back in Katowice, I remember the matchup between the Mongols and Team Spirit. And Mirage is one of the maps played there, and it was actually really sick because Senzu was going like blow for blow with Donk, and then he kind of fell off over the rest of the series, right? As a lot of teams did at that point up against Team Spirit. Now we've kind of known that they can be defeated. I mean, it took Maus and FaZe to do it to him, but I don't know. It was cool to me that for a brief time, the Mongols were the team that actually pushed Team Spirit the hardest, which was kind of wild coming into this year.
Yeah, I think that's also one thing that is super nice about the Mongols. Even though when they came into the scene, you know, they're like kind of unknown, but they never took any enemy, like they were never afraid of anyone.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter who they face, they play the way they play. And they just come and they shoot. No, it doesn't matter who they face.
That's a bold duel with the MAC-10. They don't care who you are, what weapon they have.
Whether they should take the fight or shouldn't. Oh, but this is looking a lot nicer from Falcons. The crossfires panned out lovely.
Yeah, it's very important now that they make it a clean round. So you don't want to lose 2 players. I mean, 2 is fine, but anything more is very bad.
Yeah,
especially with how close like all these early rounds have been, right? You want to like maximize your push in the money and wreck your opponents at the same time.
Well, and also this is like the first round Falcons have had like utility behind any of their investments, so they were like kind of happy to kind of sit back and wait for what TheMongolz was going to do. They weren't like trying to be a little bit frisky without utility like they have been in like the second round, getting picked off and opening things up.
Yeah, it's super important these days. Like with MR12 and the economy, like you need to be disciplined in
especially the
certain
CT
rounds.
side.
Yeah, like
is that
saving and all this kind of
Was that a weird adjustment for you going to MR12 with this economy? Because you're like, all of a sudden, like, there's less rounds, less opportunities potentially to, like, make my play, right? Like, in MR15, you could probably pick 2-3 rounds where you made, like, a big risk. In MR12, it feels like 2 is the max.
Yeah, the one thing that shocked me the most is how fast a game can switch.
Yeah.
Like you feel like, oh, this game is so easy, you know, you're like up 10-4, and then you lose like 1 round and suddenly it's like 10-7. You're like, oh, this is actually a close game.
They're right
like,
here.
Like your state of mind changes so quickly.
And then it's 10-10 and you're like, oh shit.
Yeah. Oh god, where did all the rounds go, man?
Like
we were winning.
In CSGO and MR15, like, you had so much room for error. Like,
Yeah.
It feels like, okay, you throw away 2-3 rounds, it's fine. You still have so much to go.
Yeah. Ooh, nice shot from some Pius. So Mongol's starting to get picked off in their initial moves now.
That's a very good move, the classic. You jump into ladder with the orb and you always can. Because right now, or in general, since a long time on Mirage, you always want to cross to, like you don't want to be boxes, you want to insta-cross to the other side. Because then you can dodge the molly and have like a good spot in mid. So it's a super nice move to always go in ladder and peek this.
Ooh, good little boost up. Blitz has spotted one, controls the spray. Madden goes down in con.
Look at this little re-aggro over towards short. Dupree getting boosted. Oh, that would have been sick, man. He would have been in the right place, but lost the jump. Still, them getting pulled back into this double B setup could be a lot worse for them. They're in the right place.
Well, they're fortunate they have some Pius because he's taking the angle towards middle with the AWP. So Dupree and Snappy could back away from Catwalk, and that's what's allowed them to kind of position with Snappy safe in the B site. Dupree will be a fast rotate.
Yeah, 4v4s usually favor the Ts. Because now you play 2-2, you technically always play 4-2. So if they stay like this, it's gonna be a hard round, I think, for Falcons.
Snappy has to go pretty huge. Dupree is running back. Gonna try and lend a helping hand. Oh, they're crossing in front of each other. That gets a bit awkward for Dupree. Snappy can't hold the line, and the Mongols are well and truly in B. The save call gonna come through for Falcons.
That might be a little bit of, you mentioned a new player in the roster, there's going to be some hiccups. That might have been like just protocols not exactly well oiled quite yet, that both of them kind of swung into the same exact fight. Dupree goes for the market door. Snappy kind of swings out to the left in front of his crosshair as well. That'll be something I think that gets cleaned up as time goes on.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, because the money is so bad at Falcons, they're gonna have a rough time this whole half now. The next round they can't even buy probably, unless they want to force.
Magisk can drop if he keeps this weapon in his hand, and they get 2,900, so Snappy, it'll be right on the edge. I think with this AWP and the M4 that Magisk can drop, and actually Sun Pius can drop an M4 as well.
If 4 rifles.
Yeah, they're buying here.
They should.
Sun Pius won't have utility if he drops an M4 over, but that's all good.
Yeah, if you have the AWP, it's fine.
That's the second 5-on-4 that Falcons has lost, though.
Yeah, the thing is, I would like them to be a little bit more active, like especially in the 4-on-4. They played without any info. The only info they had was the break from Sanpaios, where he checked middle, but it's hard to play.
This is the whole discussion around like the way this roster is constituted, right? And even kind of Snappy alluded to it of like there's a world where we win by committee. It's like they have a bunch of role players in this team. You know, like that's the sense I get. Madden, Magisk as an anchor, Dupree, like these are all guys that haven't been like the guy to make the play in the mid-round for their teams recently. And that's where I get a little bit confused and worried about how this team is supposed to actually function at the highest levels.
Yeah, I don't know who is the biggest voice. I know that Sanpaios, I heard, is like a really big voice, especially on CT side. But as the AWPer, sometimes you're not the guy who mid-round like makes the plays. You can like tell people to do stuff, but mid-round you're mostly like he was ticket. He will not like push somewhere and get the info.
Yeah,
so.
you're not gathering information. You're not seeing the way the map's developing.
But I wonder who is like the voice on B. You know, Snappy and Dupree, both experienced players. Snappy, IGL. They must be talking a lot there.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh, the timing is awkward there. Mazinho gets out with one, but it's immediately traded by Magisk.
They have no info in middle. No info that this push-up jungle is happening. Magisk just gets sidelined. They lost complete control and information in mid. Snappy's forced to go CT. This is excellent from Mongols. Even a smoke and con to block off Senpai, so the plant can go down. He's got one chance at a spam, and he doesn't take it.
Yeah, he doesn't want to make himself known yet. But this looks like a very hard round again.
How does Senpai get involved? He's got to go con, drop through the window, or go through murder hole, and none of those are fun.
Yeah, to do that as well, he's also going to get past Techno, who's just tucked in this close corner in the connector. Senpai was even holding early on. It didn't even feel possible to him, so he's chased down. Yeah, that gets super awkward for Falcons in the 2v2. And you were dead on, Jason. You actually nailed the timing on that and everything. They didn't know about the mid-push, and that came back to haunt them in a very big way.
Yeah, it's really, I mean, that's one of the challenges in Mirage, right, is when you lose that mid-control, how do you kind of keep the information and get it back? And so many teams just played ultra passively, just like wait to get information of where they're headed. But man, this time just the rotation that Falcons was having just took them too far away from that part of the map.
It's another man advantage round as well that goes against them, right? After that nice play over towards mid to open.
3 5v4s dropped.
Yeah.
We'll keep track of that.
And they have another decent buy, but no orb. It's gonna be very rough. Let's see what they can do now.
Plus, there's this feeling if you're Falcons, it's like, man, we're so close. Like, we just need to break through. They keep coming up with these, like, kind of horrible-looking buys where they don't have all the util and they're getting them close and they're often starting well, but then it's falling apart. It's like, I don't know. The turning point feels like it has to come soon, right? Or else there will be no chance for them here on Mirage, surely. We say that games can close up quickly in MR12. But I'd like to think 11-1 is about as safe as it gets, right?
It should be.
Oh.
Especially when it looks like this.
Yeah, Mongols, they don't get caught off anything. They're just ready for everything right now.
That's quick.
Dude, Senzu is switched on today.
Mongols came into this event with some attitude.
Ooh. Good trade. Like, just every time you go to fight one of them, you're fighting 3 of them. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. We need Falcons to be more active, especially mid-round. They're just playing with, I don't know, they don't play on reads, but they also don't play very aggressive in terms of getting info. So they need to do either or now.
I think it's time for them to really put some resistance in the middle of the map. They've hold the phone. Maybe Dupree can make something. Nope. Like we've seen them do they did like a double M4 mid push and went. Well, I think this is maybe one of those rounds where you get Sunpius with his AWP, put him in that ladder room again where he got a previous pick. See if you can grab just a straggler kind of running into the open. Have someone in con, have someone in catwalk, and have that trap set up. So you're actually fighting when Mongols is coming down the ramp or like halfway up catwalk. Like the fact that Mongols has free access to mid is starting to get really painful.
Yeah, let's see if they come up with a plan now. You know, they have Sonic on the map now.
Yeah.
he's got it. He's the one.
Let's go now.
Well, because dude, a few rounds back when I saw Sonic on the cam, he was always just like, he was giving like the just staring like blank, like he just couldn't believe this is happening. So I'm glad that he's finally got it involved. He's given them the signature.
He's like,
Sonic backhand. You know,
do I still have my Vitality jerseys in the closet?
This was maybe a little late.
Yeah, right. I mean, you feel like, I guess you're just chasing that idea of like, man, we've been so close in these rounds, you know, maybe I don't want to get involved yet, let them kind of play it out. But yeah, it is now very late in the half. Let's see if this is giving them a bit more energy. Here's a play to open up the round.
I like this, and Mongols has made a really good call to this timeout as well. They knew that Falcons was going to switch something up, and they change up their tactics. No mid control this time, no presence in middle, and they've gone completely past the defense into the A bomb site. It's overrun already, and they got a retake at hand.
Good spam out of Magisk, though. That at least teased him up in a 5v4.
No kits, one smoke.
Look at Madden on the flank as well. All the way through T-spawn. Now, it is being considered, at least the ramp angle is, but Palace is empty. Falcons can't wait forever to give him time to come on this flank, though. That's because of the lack of kit you mentioned. They're winning all the fights out through CT, and now it's just Techno and Mazinho. And they still don't know about Madden on the wraparound. This one's not got a lot of time left on the clock, but with Mazinho mollied off, he'll get silenced.
Do they have it?
It's real close.
Oh.
They don't know themselves if they have it.
It's
I don't think they do.
real close. Oh, no!
Yeah.
Well, the retake looked great, though.
Yeah, but how many times can the Falcons nearly win a round? Like, come on, man.
Oh,
yeah,
no.
I think this was actually a good round by both teams. I think Mongols, they did the perfect call. You know, they did a play towards mid. They only had one on A, so they made the perfect call to go A. But they didn't take enough space. I think on Mirage, what Spirit does a lot, they always have a protocol. If they do an A execute, they will always have Sontix from Palace. You know, he smokes top con, they molly jungle, and they take some extra space. But Mongols, they didn't really take any space, so it's super hard to win if you don't have CT or jungle.
Yeah, no one pressured jungle in any meaningful way. Luckily, no kits on the board.
Oh, just another brawl for the A site. It's a good hold out of Magisk. He's done all he can.
Yeah, Magisk for sure is one of the best anchors in the world. He always gets the kills he needs to. And he gets two, so now they have actually a good round again.
Oh, that was the shot he needed. That was the exact peak he wanted, 9-10. And now, yeah, it's all come crumbling down. He's going to have a flank eventually. So even if he gets this kill, which he won't, it doesn't matter. 8-2, Falcons finally get another round on the board.
It's about damn time. That's what.
About damn time.
I don't know. It was nice to see them actually close a man advantage round, man. I'm just happy for them to that end. 2 on the board now. If they can start building right, like all these rounds have still been close. So the route to come back into the half here is very much open to the Falcons rather.
Mongols is out calling them. Like the A hit out of the timeout, the A hit again. Like they've switched styles right from that mid control that was so effective, and this is a 3rd round in a row where they're just sending. They're like, we can get into the site. Like let's just do it again.
Yeah, and they face one again, so it's a good call again. But as you can see, their buy is very bad. That's how you know the game has been super close.
Oh, this time it's not a multi-kill from Magisk. Can't expect your anchor to do it every round, but some Pious lends a helping hand.
Flank from Madden is coming in quick as well. He's already basically at T-ramp, so this is... They need to take control of CT right now, and they do it perfectly. Snappy falls.
Dupree managed to get into Sandwich.
Oh,
are they going to run boost? Oh, okay. Now they've cleared the deep angle at CT. 9-10 wins that fight. Are they ready for Madden? 2nd player on the flank. He will only get away with 1. Pious has to do this all alone. This was a low buy for the Mongols. This was Falcons with a chance to come back into the half, and it gets taken away from them. The pistols and a handful of rifles for the Mongols is enough to break through.
This is important save here.
This is awesome from Mongols. I love seeing this.
It gets you excited, man. It gets you excited because they've always been a team that's like right there on the cusp of making runs.
We've just watching them take steps forward, event after event.
And we always said this every event. It felt like they got better and better. You know, you could tell they're putting the time in.
Yeah, they're a very dangerous team to play. They also had many, many great LAN performances. When they were in Atlanta, they were like very, very good. They beat Complexity and had like a very
twice
sick run.
They beat Complexity at Atlanta.
I was also surprised how many people at the pick games at the major didn't have them go through. I was like, for sure they will make the next stage.
Did that opinion change when they didn't go through? Do you mean like go through to the elimination to opening stage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
I thought you meant opening to playoffs. I was like, but they,
No, I didn't.
But I saw people, they had Mongols as 0-3 to
No, I
get
thought
to the
that
next
was
stage.
crazy.
Like,
yeah, that is. It's also the bias of the region, right? Like if you're the average Counter-Strike fan in Europe and North America, you don't really see Mongols too often, except at the bigger events.
Oh, up through con for Senzu. He came into this on a heater, did Senzu. Just walking past Madden. Oh,
can't see him.
Something is ticking in his brain that there could be someone here. Back to back. guys. Oh my God, man. And so that's how we round out this first half. Crazy little stairs moment, and that at least gets Falcons 3 rounds. We'll be back with a bit more Mongols taking on Falcons in just a moment, so don't go anywhere. Falcons have got to get down to business to defeat the Mongols here. They're currently lagging behind, a 6-round deficit on the Mongols with a blinder of a T-side to open this up. They were out calling, they were out aiming the Falcons squad. This one hasn't been much of a contest so far. We're hoping that the final 2 rounds that the Falcons are able to put up towards the end at least gives them a bit of fight here. But largely, it's been a pretty underwhelming first half for this Falcons squad.
All right, call it, Slacks. They making a comeback?
It really comes down to the pistol now. Like they need those first 3 rounds now to go clean, and then they get the confidence and they can go.
Oh, Techno spotted it early. He's going to call reinforcements. They're hustling quick. Blitz is going to be on Catwalk. Senzu is going to be paired up with him inside the site. Techno, though, not overwhelmed. Senzu saves his life, and Techno just needs to live and be a distraction, and all of his teammates are here to bail him out of trouble.
Oh, Techno butchers them, and now just Snappy left up in this all alone. He's cut down. No pistol round for the Falcons. The Mongols steal it away, and with that, Is this looking like GG now?
It really looks like GG.
Oh no.
On those pistols, you really, if the first guy who makes space dies so quickly, if you don't get out of this BFs, like, it's so hard.
Yeah, that first kill is so important. And also the fact that Techno spotted him so deep gave like an extra 2 seconds to Mongols to get the rotation in. That was massive.
I mean, we just called that the Malbs pistol ace from Cat at the start of the show. That was straight fire, man.
Just 5 kills, yeah. Malbs is... He is on form, this guy.
Is he feeling good? Like,
he is on form. Like, he's like FIFA 99 in form player right now.
Oh, I do like to hear that, though, bro. He's a big Deeg player as well. Let's see if Magis can channel his Malbs. Around the corner, Deeg of Prime. No, dead immediately, of course. And that was the force buy from Team Falcons. So... It's going to get worse, and then it'll get over, as the Mongols do look to run away with their map pick.
And then they'll come back into map 2 and hope it doesn't get worse again.
Well, even that's interesting, right? Because Falcons have picked into Nuke, but the Mongols are no stranger to Nuke. I actually think they have a fantastic league. I think somehow they've got like two of their best maps off the top here in this veto.
Yeah, and the problem is, if you, like, they are full of confidence right now, like, they are completely running them over, and then you play Nuke City side, like, I hope Falcons has a very good game plan on their T side, otherwise this could be a quick best of 3.
Especially because nothing ever got started on this map, and if you go into the Nuke T side and you get shut down by a strong defense from the Mongols, like, real early, like, go down 5-0, 6-0, then it's like, you've all of a sudden gone, what, like... We're at 15 rounds. You're in like 23 rounds where you're just like, oh, we're just getting destroyed.
Yeah,
like all day.
What does winning a round feel like?
I don't even remember the sensation.
Yeah, and also if you look at after the pistol at those 2 rounds, you know, the last rounds of the map where you maybe try to get some confidence back, they're just over in like 15 seconds. So you're not you're not getting any confidence back with those rounds.
Jesus.
And if it keeps up, they haven't won a single pistol round here in this map, right? Both of them went the way of the Mongols. If they open up on Nuke, losing another pistol, it's like already coursing through your minds. You can imagine Zonic in a post-game interview, we just didn't win any of the pistol rounds. We never got into the swing of things. I can see it, man. I can visualize it.
All right.
So I hope Falcons have got something up their sleeve. They got this one last-ditch attempt. I don't really think there's a world where they're imagining they turn this around and win it, but at least some confidence-boosting rounds to send them into their map pick would be nice.
That's good damage on a blitz and a good timing on that peak as it forces him passive. They have no utility, Falcons. They have 2 flashbangs. That's a beefy nade, and that's an even beefier AWP. And an even beefier Senzu.
Yeah, he is. He's feeling real good here. That AWP gets involved again down in Connector. And this one's looking done. The Mongols very active on this CT side already.
And just ready. They play clean.
And look, they're even ahead of the curve here, and they hear that bomb drop. So now everyone's rotating over the way. The Mongols know they've got the game right here, right now. It's theirs to run away with. And with just Magisk left, a sad Dane walking alone up through the ramp into a bomb site that belongs to the Mongols. This map, their map pick, goes their way, and it's no contest. The Mongols were the dominant opener in this series.